Man, I got these new jeans here, and they're like not regular jeans, but they're kind of stretchy, you know, a little bit, just a tiny bit of stretchy, you know. And man, it's like so freeing in a way. It's like male yoga pants, you know what I'm saying? God, should have got these a little while ago. What is going on, my YouTube family? How y'all doing today? Wow, what's southern there? Today. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys today about two things. One, if anyone puts that shit in their car, like, God, I feel really sorry for you because it's so fucking stupid. Those big ass coffee can mufflers. God, it's retarded. Like, you never see a high performance car that's built properly with one of those on, you know? It's fucking retarded. Anyways, what I wanted to talk to you about was twitchy throttle on a motorcycle. Now, this is something that I can kind of understand, but I kind of can't understand. Is people complaining about a twitchy throttle on a motorcycle. Like, okay, this bike has a decently twitchy throttle to it. It's go, don't go, especially in the lower gears. That's kind of one of the drawbacks, if there is one, about a naked bike, is that it doesn't want to, there's no kind of middle ground because it's so much torque down low and so much power down low that it does kind of, you know, if you're a new rider. But if you're a seasoned rider, you know, a seasoned rider, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus years, like you've been riding a decent amount, you spent some time in the saddle, and you complain about a twitchy throttle, I mean, I don't understand it. Like, for this thing, watch. Oh, there you go, see? And that was just a small little blip. Watch, I'll do it again. Oh, like it's twitchy. But how you manage that is through clutch control and learn how to, you know, take care of the input on your own hand. I mean, that's why people are scared. They're like, oh my God, that's a 1,000, that's a liter bike, that's this, that's that. And it's like, generally speaking, I mean, it's right to be nervous. You should be nervous riding any new bike. That's what keeps you safe and keeps the bike safe. But you control this throttle. You control that. Like, there's no, you know, it's not like all of a sudden, you know, it's like the whole saying, you know, guns are dangerous, guns kill people. No, people kill people, okay? A twitchy throttle or a high-powered bike is not any more dangerous than a regular bike if you're a seasoned rider, because you should know how to control your throttle hand. You should know how to control that. Starting off, if you do the clutch properly, even with, you know, even with massive inputs, it goes nowhere. So if you know proper clutch control, a twitchy throttle is not going to be an issue for you. And there's people that are like, oh man, I can't think of the bike off the top of my head, but they're talking about putting certain things in the bike, or, you know, along the throttle line to make it to where it's not twitchy. And it's like, can you just not learn how to ride the bike yourself? In my eyes. Like, just learn how to ride the bike. Know it has a twitchy throttle. Get used to it. You know, like, that's just the way it is. I mean, maybe if one of you guys has a problem with the bike that has a twitchy throttle, comment down below, because to me, I don't understand it. Like, look, this is first gear, right? Oops, thing's on. First gear, look, it just goes. Like, there's no wind up. Even if I just, let's say I'm going this slow, like, it just goes. It's kind of hard now because it's bogging down because we're going 2 miles an hour because no one knows where the fuck they're parking. Oh, Jesus, woman. Oh my God. Anyways, so maybe one of you guys can shed some light on it for me. Like, what is wrong with a throttle that's semi-twitchy? Like, why is it hard to learn how to ride on that bike? I don't get it. Let me know. Onto a memory, once you lock out that door. It's so damn to me, not mine anymore. Here we go. Whoa, whoa. Now, the second thing I was going to talk about today, while we go 8 miles an hour here, is panicking when something happens. Now, I know it's easier said than done, you know, not to panic. But, you know, you have to practice emergency braking, and you have to practice evasive maneuvers, you know, in a parking lot, something, because I don't know how many, I mean, countless times, I've seen people, something happens, and all they do, especially on like Moto Madness videos, all they do is they just brake. They just brake hard, right? Which, okay, that's your natural reaction, it's just a brake. But you have to realize, if you're a new rider, you have got to realize that brakes are not always going to save you. There are going to be times that your throttle here is going to save you more than your brakes. Okay? When someone is more than likely, if someone pulls a left in front of you, you're going to have left or right to go. This is why in the MSF course, they do this one thing where it's go, 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 and he'll hold his hand left or right or up. Either, you know, left you go left, right you go right, up you stop. And you've got to get it in your head. You've got to, that this is not, you know, actually I'm going this way. Yeah. You've got to get in your head that you need to assess the situation quickly and decide what your best option is. Now, don't get me wrong, you're going to reach for the brakes immediately, and you need to do something. And the thing is, I don't know how to explain it, is you've got to do something that clicks in your head, and you're like, oh shit. And when you're, at least for me, I've had moments where I'm braking, and I realize these brakes I'm not going to stop. I'm fucked. Right? And there has to be that moment in your head when you realize, shit, this is not gonna work. I've got to do something, and that's when it should click in, you know, an escape route. You got to. Don't get me wrong. There's some situations that happen, and you're done. I mean, that's it. And that's the nature of a motorcycle. There might at some point in time be a moment that no matter what you do, you were screwed. You know, if through no fault of your own, something happened, someone pulled out in front of you, someone did something stupid, debris fell off a truck right in front of you, something, and you're done. But there's more moments where you think to yourself, you have that moment, I know a lot of you have, where you're hitting your brakes and you realize, I'm not going to stop. And then that's when you need to downshift and hit that throttle and go somewhere, do something. Because obviously what your current course of action is not going to work, and you need to get something in your head that clicks. And maybe it's this video, when something's happening, you're going to get something click in your head like, oh shit, this is what I have to do. But don't just panic, and don't just slam on your brakes and ride those brakes into a car. I don't know how many times I've seen it on Moto Madness. And I can't blame them, you know, it's not, you know, it sucks because of, you know, the nature of what happens. But you've got to do something to where, you know, when in doubt, throttle out. There's a reason why that's the same. When in doubt, throttle out. And it sounds counterintuitive, but there are times, I'm telling you, that when your throttle will save your life more than your brakes will. So just keep that in mind. If you're a new rider and you're watching this right now, keep it in your mind. When in doubt, throttle out. That moment when you realize your brakes aren't doing you anything and you've got to figure out another course of action. Your escape routes. Always have escape routes when on a motorcycle. Be paranoid. You know, think, if someone pulls out here, what am I going to do? And the more you start thinking that, the more you keep going over that over and over and over and over again, the more in your head and the more normal that's going to be. And when something happens, it's just going to be muscle memory. But my peeps, those are the two things I want to talk to you guys about today. I'm trying to find this new video game, Rage. I saw it on Baker X Derek's Instagram, and I looked it up, and it looked dope. So I'm hoping this Redbox has it. But that should do it for me again, my peeps. Sorry, I get sidetracked so much talking to you guys. As always, check out my Instagram. Come say what's up. Until then, talk to y'all next time. Have a good one.